Hello, this is Bani, and welcome to the news with NDTV. It's Thursday, August 7, and coming up in today's episode, Supreme Court rejects Justice Varma's plea against impeachment probe, PM Modi hits back at Trump's tariffs, Rahul Gandhi alleges a massive voter fraud, and a 6-year-old Indian girl faces a racist attack in Ireland. In a big setback for Justice Yashwant Verma, the Supreme Court has rejected his plea challenging the in house committee that recommended his impeachment over burnt piles of cash amounting to approximately 15 crore rupees found at his house. The top court ruled Justice Verma's petition not worth entertaining and his conduct not confidence inspiring. It said that the recommendation delivered by the then Chief Justice Sanjeev Kumar has a legal sanction and is constitutionally valid. It further noted that a writ petition challenging the conduct of a sitting judge under an in house mechanism was not maintainable. It stated that the inquiry committee scrupulously followed the process, though it deemed the uploading of videos and pictures of burning cash unnecessary. This ruling has cleared the way for the impeachment of Justice Verma. He may now become the first High Court judge in independent India to be removed from office. He will now be investigated by the Parliament under Articles 124, 217 to 18 of the Constitution. In his writ petition, Justice Verma had offered the two judge bench of Justice Dipankar Datta and A.G. Masihar 5 reasons why he could not be sacked. These included questions over jurisdiction and authority of the in house committee to investigate a sitting judge. Justice Verma argued the committee had ignored the questions he had raised, which could speak to his innocence, and denied him a fair hearing. He also argued that neither the Chief Justice of India nor the Supreme Court had power of superintendence. That is, they cannot take disciplinary actions against High Court judges because the Constitution protects their tenure. However, there is a constitutional mechanism to remove a sitting judge, especially those from the Supreme Court or a state high court from their office. Once appointed, judges can be removed from their office with an order from the president in with consent from the parliament. A day after US President Donald Trump escalated the tariff war against India with additional 25% tariffs, Prime Minister Narendra Modi emphasized that India will never compromise on the interests of its farmers and fishermen. In what is being seen as his first response to the tariff row, the Prime Minister said while he knows he will have to pay the price, he was ready to do it for the farmers. Quote, the interest of farmers is our top priority. India will never compromise with the interests of its farmers, livestock holders, and fishermen. And I know that I will have to pay a huge price for this personally, but I am ready. India is ready for the sake of the country's farmers, fishermen, and livestock holders. Unquote, the Prime Minister said at an event in Delhi minutes after Trump's 25% tariffs kicked in. For context, the current geopolitical ties between the two nations are arguably the worst that they have been in recent years. Trump has slapped India with an additional 25% tariff, which now amounts to a total of 50% tariff, the highest among all the countries so far. This tariff, according to a report, will severely impact domestic export sections such as leather, chemicals, gems and jewelry, textiles, and shrimp. Trump has said it was a penalty for India's continued purchase of Russian crude oil. New Delhi, which has maintained that it buys Russian oil to ensure energy security for its people, has called the US action unfair, unjustified, and unreasonable. The Ministry of External Affairs also said it was extremely unfortunate that the US imposed additional tariffs on India for actions that several other countries are taking. Senior Congress leader Rahul Gandhi today claimed that a Congress investigation found a massive voter fraud in a Karnataka assembly segment during the 2024 Lok Sabha election and accused the Election Commission of colluding with the ruling BJP to steal elections. The allegations drew a sharp response as the election body dared Mr. Gandhi to take an oath and submit a declaration that he has found irregularities in the voter list or withdraw his fabricated evidence. The BJP called the allegations baseless and said Mr. Gandhi has lost his cool. Mr. Gandhi said that the reversal of the India bloc's poll fortunes in the Maharashtra Assembly election just months after their strong show in the general election showed something was not right. He added that the India bloc, which won 30 out of 48 Maharashtra seats in the Lok Sabha polls last year, could not even cross the 50 mark in the state polls just 5 months later. He said the Election Commission's so called choreographed schedule for assembly polls deepened their suspicion. Quote, in Maharashtra, more voters were added in 5 months than in 5 years. In the Lok Sabha election, our alliance wins. We face a drubbing in the assembly polls. 1 crore new voters cast their votes in the assembly polls. The Election Commission cites brisk voting at 5:30 p.m. Our booth agents say no such brisk voting happened. Maharashtra was the first time we saw something was wrong, unquote, he said. Mr. Gandhi alleged that the Election Commission, instead of answering the opposition's questions, evaded replies. He said the poll body refused to provide digital voter rolls for them to check. The leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha said their investigation focused on the Mahadevapura assembly seat in Karnataka because Congress won all Vidhan Sabhas but that. He alleged that the party has found 1,250,000 stolen votes, allegedly stolen in 5 different ways by the means of duplicate voters, fake and invalid addresses, and bulk voters at a single address. As Mr. Gandhi's press briefing was on, the office of Karnataka's chief electoral officer asked the Congress leader to submit a declaration seeking an investigation into the state's electoral roll. Quote, as you're aware, the electoral rolls are prepared transparently as per the Representation of the People Act 1950, the Registration of Electoral Rules 1960, and the instructions issued by the Election Commission of India from time to time. As far as the conduct of elections is concerned, election results can be questioned only by a way of election petition before Honorable High Court, unquote, the poll body said in a notification. Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan said Mr. Gandhi has completely lost his cool after being out of power. Quote, the ideologically hollow Congress party is systematically attacking constitutional institutions. The possibility of a big conspiracy against the Indian democracy and constitution behind this well planned trickery cannot be ruled out, because the history of the family is also filled with the dark chapter of emergency, unquote, he said. In a shocking racist attack, a group of children attacked a 6-year-old girl in Ireland for being a dirty Indian. They punched her face, pulled her hair, and hit her private parts with a bicycle while telling her to go back to India. Nia Naveen, whose family is from Kottayam in Kerala, was playing outside her house in a Waterford city in southeast Ireland when a gang of children aged 12 to 14 attacked her. Miss Achutan, who is a nurse, has lived in Ireland for 8 years with her husband and recently got Irish citizenship. Her children were born in the country. The family moved into the house in January and everything was going well until the shocking incident on Monday. The mother, while recalling the incident, said that it was 7:30 p.m. and her daughter was playing inside the house. Since she wanted to play outside and go cycling, the mother let her outside for a few seconds, and she was alone with her 10-month-old and 6-year-old. When her daughter went out with her friends, she was supervising them in front of the house. But when she went inside to feed her crying son, her daughter soon followed in after a minute, terribly upset. Quote, she told me 5 of them punched her in the face. One of the boys pushed the bicycle wheel onto her private parts and it was really sore. They said the F word and dirty Indian go back to India. She told me they punched her neck and pulled her hair, she added. Despite going to the police over the incident, the distraught mother does not want the children to be punished, but given counseling instead. She said, I believe this estate belongs to them as well. I do not want them to get punished. I would like them to get counseling. They have to be aware of this. I accept that they are kids, but they have to know how to treat other kids as well. This was not the first racist attack on a person of Indian origin in Ireland. The country is still reeling from recent attacks in Dublin's Tala and Clondalkin areas. Given the increasing racial attacks, the Indian embassy in Dublin issued a statement warning Indian citizens to be careful. That's all for today. You were listening to the news with NDTV, your daily newspaper and news bulletin wrapped in a compact podcast. If you want to catch up with the day's events in a hurry, do subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple, and the NDTV News app. This is your host Bani, signing off.